Brian and Kenzie in the morning. And Chicago's alternative all day.
Q101.
Brian and Kenzie on Q101. Time for a fact that makes your brain go. And this is according to the American Farm Bureau, which I check every morning at 3 a.m. I do a detailed report of the American Farm Bureau. I get it sent to my phone. I actually call a farmer to verify. I have one farmer I check in with that this is the real report, right? This is no AI report. This is the real one. And the average 4th of July cookout cost in Chicago this year. So you got a couple days to shop and buy for stuff. And we have that price coming in. And you can take a guess. It's kind of like a Price is Right game a little bit. You can go over on this, though. But I don't know, Kenzie, what you have planned for you have a home, unlike me and Case, so you can kind of spread. You can kind of spread. I'm not saying we live in a box under a bridge.
Are you guys okay?
Well, apartment life is different. A lot of times there's a common area with a grill and people can share it that way. But you have your own home. I'm not saying that in an elitist way at all. But you can invite more people than we could in our apartment settings.
Right. So I'm going to be road tripping actually for over the weekend, and I'm going to go to my parents for it. So they'll host it.
Oh, so they got to do all the work. That's even better. You're just going to show up for the barbecue.
You know what? I think I'd rather host a barbecue than road trip 7 hours with a 16-month-old. I got to be honest.
Oh.
But it's fine. We'll trade it off.
When you're driving back in that 7 hours, you get that little styrofoam plate, and you just kind of throw pieces of pork back at the kid when he's in the seat. Mm-hmm. He starts crying. You got some rib tips.
Babies love rib tips.
Oh, they love burnt ends. So good. Dunk them in the barbecue sauce.
Yeah. I'm just gonna put barbecue sauce in his bottle. That's what I'm gonna do.
God, I would love a baby bottle full of barbecue sauce. That'd be so
what
good.
What is this? Sweet Baby Ray's?
You can do that, by the way.
I might do that this weekend. What do you think the average cost of a Chicago 4th of July barbecue will be this weekend, Kenzie?
And there's no amount of people listed. It's just the average cost.
Just the average, so it could be anybody from a party of one.
I know. That's what makes it hard.
To 70 people, according to the American Farm Bureau, who I trust more than anybody on earth.
I'm going to put the average cost at $250.
$250. There we go. Right there. Case, what do you...
Because of what you said, because some people won't. So the average cost.
Yeah, average cost. Case,
those
what do you
damn
think?
averages.
Yeah, say somewhere in the middle.
I'm going to go $251.
Oh, he's playing Price is Right game?
I hate you, and I mean that. I actually do.
Well, we'll give you the exact price, what you're planning. I'd love to hear people what they're planning, because people love talking about their smoker. 28 hours, got the barbecue in there on your Weber, and
well, what are you doing?
Well, I have my Weber Lumen Electric on my deck.
Heard of it?
Yeah, which I will do. My typical is brats, burgers, hot dogs, chicken, and that's just for me. And then we'll figure out everybody else can just bring what they want, and they can bring carry-ins. Yeah. Love spending time on the grill on July 4th. We'll have that answer for you just 3 minutes after the pumpkins. So you can kind of gauge where you're at, what you're spending, what you've already done, what you're planning. It's Brian and Kenzie on Q101 for your July 4th barbecue.
Brian and Kenzie in the morning. And Chicago's alternative all day.
Q101.
Brian and Kenzie on Q101 with a fact that makes your brain go. And this is about the average 4th of July cookout cost in Chicago. The entire area, when I say that, or anywhere you can hear us, even if you're on the app. I mean, this qualifies, because you're most likely in a 100, 200-mile radius. You can listen on a smart speaker in your house. So however you hear the show live and then the podcast even later, you can listen anytime, at night, whatever. This covers you. So everybody listening, the American Farm Bureau sent me their report at 3 a.m. like they do every Monday morning, and I looked it over, and we broke it down. So the average cost of a barbecue in Chicago for 4th of July. Kenzie said $250. Case, evil as he is, did the Price is Right and said $251. $251 and closed her out. You're both wrong.
Really?
And again, we say this could be a party of one with one hot dog on the grill and one thunder bomb to celebrate the 4th of July. Or it could be up to 100 people. The average 4th of July cookout, which, by the way, is 30 cents less than last year. I don't know how that's possible, because everything seems to still go up.
30 cents less?
30 cents less. And the average price is $70.92. You both went over.
But I was closest.
Yeah, but in Price is Right rules, you still lose if you go over.
You said it's not Price is Right rules.
I know, but I went back to it. I changed my mind.
You said you could go over. That's what you said.
Fine. Kenzie wins. So here's what they included. I think that is still incredibly low, because for a small barbecue that I'm going to have is going to cost more than $70. So
Wow, did you invite Case to that?
Kenzie, I wasn't. I just took the disrespect as is. You know,
it's
You
Monday.
know he's single. You know he has nothing to do.
I have nothing going on. I have no friends. I have no prospects. I have nothing going on.
No
Why
prospects?
would you not invite him? You also didn't invite me, but I'm going out of town, but you didn't know that until about 30 seconds ago.
No, I predicted it. I
Yeah.
predicted you weren't going to be around.
But at least invite Case.
I mean, I'm going to be here. I got nothing going on. What do you think I'm going to do?
Look
Talk
at
to a
him.
woman?
Look at him. Look at his face.
Jesus. First off, it's Monday. I don't do my invites till Wednesday.
Oh, that's convenient.
Yeah. That way it weeds out who really will come. Because people, if you get that early invite, it makes you feel good, but you're not going to come anyway. I can't plan for like 70 people to come over. This way I know who's really going to show.
Hey, I'm not going to have plans on Wednesday, okay?
All right, I'll ask you Thursday.
Okay.
I forgot, July 4th is Friday.
It is.
So I'll ask you Thursday.
Why wouldn't you invite me? You know I have nothing going on.
And he just went through a breakup. God forbid he gets to hang out with a family.
Yeah. You know, remind me of what I once
Hook
had.
him up with Harper.
Jeez.
You know, before everybody
She's
moved
not
out of
seeing
my
anybody.
before everybody moved out of my apartment, you know, I had something of a family.
Yeah,
I don't have that
yeah,
anymore. It'd be nice to just play pretend and simulate what it was like to have camaraderie with others.
Well, see, you're not selling me because you feel like a downer. you feel like you're gonna be I don't want a downer at my 4th of July barbecue. This would be a buzzkill.
Sorry.
I mean, at a minimum, let him come get a hot dog. Good Lord.
Like, Kenzie's fun.
Yeah,
Like,
oh my God,
Kenzie's
yeah.
lively.
But you didn't invite me either.
I know, because I just didn't want to buy extra stuff, you know. But with Case, it'd just be a buzzkill.
Yeah.
God,
No,
remember
I'd be a good time.
I know you'd be a good. You even amp it up more in real life. Like, it's like when you're outside the work setting.
I know I'm happier because I'm not at work.
Yeah, that's right.
You were afraid like I talked about my feelings or something?
Oh God. Like, you know, it'll go fine, then I'll get trapped in a corner with you somewhere, and it's like,
That was like my old coworker was in this toxic dating relationship, and every time he'd show up to our events, he'd be like, "Man, when am I gonna have this?" You know, like when's that? And you're always like, "Oh God." Like,
this.
I don't know. Maybe you should stop dating her. It never works out. It was just like, okay, you're trying to flip a burger. It's so uncomfortable.
There's no way to get out of those conversations. I'm trapped at the grill. I'm a grill man. I'm a
Oh,
Weber grill
God.
man. I'm there.
And I just see Brian just standing there vulnerable like, oh man, things are not going well.
Huh. Look at your family.
Yeah.
I don't have a family.
Man, I don't know how you did this, man. I'd kill to be you.
And then I'm like,
I'd
Case.
kill to sleep with your wife and get her pregnant. Man, would I love that.
Oh God, man, if I were you, I would not let that go.
Yeah. No, I'd bend it over tonight. It always goes to a level where you're like, well, kind of sounds like.
At that point, I'd have to pause, flip a piece of chicken on the grill, and go, you know, Case, we're a little low on ice. Can you run this? Can you run the 7-Eleven for me and give me a bag of ice?
And I'd be like, man, I don't have a car. I can't go.
Oh, you
Can
can walk.
Megan drive me?
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q 101.
You can't defeat her. She's too powerful.
Klash with Kenzie.
Let the battle begin.
Q 101.
Very exciting with the first giveaways for the Bristol Renaissance Fair of the year. This is a 4-pack of tickets, too. Take a whole bunch of friends to this incredible at the border experience. You really, truly do walk into, as Kenzie was describing, a different world. You're looking for a way to unplug, as people are. That's certainly a way to do it. And it's so fun, so delicious, the food, everything. So we have Emily checking in as the first competitor. Remember, if Kenzie wins, we'll still give him away. But Emily, tell us something about yourself. Ahoy.
Hey, good morning. What's going on? I'm a pediatric RN. I take my frustration out on being angry at children by doing MMA, but I can't touch my toes, so you would think I'd be flexible, but I'm not.
Wait, whoa. That was a lot of information.
A lot to unpack there.
So,
I like her. I gotta be honest.
pediatric nurse, amateur MMA fighter, but can't touch your toes.
Yes, I'm really tall. I have a weird spine. My hammies don't like it. Can't touch my toes, but I can kick your head.
You know, have you guys seen those videos where someone does something kind of like, like they go off like that, and people comment, I like whatever's wrong with you. That's how I feel. I'm like, I like you.
That's the first for me. Thank you.
I'm into it.
Well, stay tuned because in 2026, the first Brian and Kenzie MMA experience, number one is going to be
Grand
happening.
Prix.
Yeah.
Open weight Grand Prix. No gender classes. We're just going everybody to free for all.
Yeah.
I don't love that.
Yeah.
That's going to be Pride rules.
And Pride rules. Head kicks are legal, and legal signed off on it this morning, so it's good.
Yeah. And every fighter
Oh,
can't.
wow, how convenient.
In the rules, every fighter they can't be able to touch their toes either. So.
Oh my God, it's made for me.
Yes, you're in. Here we go. First 1 to 5 wins, Emily. Listen carefully. If Kenzie gets something wrong, he can steal a point. She can do the same with you. Call heads or tails, Emily.
Let's do tails.
It's heads.
Because you can't touch near your tail is why.
I'm living vicariously through the coin.
All right, Kenzie, here we go. Question number 1. What does an advent calendar count down to?
Well, is it Christmas?
It is Christmas.
Okay.
There you go.
I was wondering if they were for other holidays too. I'm like, wait.
Emily, what phone company merged with Sprint in April of 2020?
Was that Verizon?
It was not Verizon.
Darn.
Kenzie. you
Wait,
remember-
I know it. Darn.
Hold on, too late.
Don't say it.
Too late.
I think it's T-Mobile.
It is T-Mobile. I was totally a Sprint person back in the day. Sprint was it.
Really?
Okay.
Yeah, then they just kind of fell off, and then T-Mobile took them up, and that's a great. I mean, T-Mobile does a great job with the former Sprint brand. But it's I love my
You don't
Sprint.
have a story about everything, Brian. Like you could have just moved on. You don't talk about it.
Do you want to talk more about your phone plan, or do you want to play Clash with Kenzie?
Let's play Klash with Kenzie. Let's keep
right.
going
Okay.
here.
2-0, and it's back to Kenzie.
I got a story about everyone today, though. It's Kenzie.
Yes.
Kenzie, Steve Wozniak is one of the co-founders of what tech company? Steve Wozniak.
Steve Wozniak?
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, just okay. Let's one of the co-founders, so maybe Apple.
Yeah, you're right. There you go.
Okay.
They called
I don't
him.
know if I know another tech company really.
They called him Woz, and
Okay.
Steve
The
Jobs.
great and powerful was.
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
cute.
He was a big dog. He was a little puffy, and and Steve Jobs would go up to him and like kind of like shake his belly fat when he would come up with some new tech thing. He was like, "That's my guy," and shake his
How
fat.
would you know that?
I did a deep dive on Woz and all this stuff. I know a lot of things, Kenzie. Can't you just
I don't
trust?
know if are you being like sarcastic right now, or is that like a funny thing that he actually did?
No, that's what Steve Jobs did to him.
How do you know that? Was that like in a docuseries?
I watch a lot of documentaries. I've gone through the whole thing. I'm a child of Apple, being a Gen Xer. I know these things.
Okay.
And that's why they had a falling out eventually. Woz built everything we use. Steve Jobs just used to beat him to make the things that we all use. Allegedly.
Is that a fact?
That's not a fact. That's me just
Okay.
paraphrasing. That is not a fact.
I don't know any of these things. I'm just asking.
Yeah. Anyway, here we go.
3-0 back to
So
Emily.
excited for the story that goes with this trivia question.
It's 3-0. Go back to Emily.
Does Emily not have one?
No, Emily does not have
First of all,
one.
lower your voice. Secondly, no, I don't have any.
That's right. You should punch him right in the face.
I deserve it probably.
Yes.
So
all right.
back to Emily?
Yes.
Emily, which former SNL cast member has been romantically linked to Ariana Grande, Kim Kardashian, and Kate Beckinsale?
Oh, that's the bicycle face man, Pete Davidson.
Bicycle face man?
Hey, I didn't come up with that. I saw it on the internet, so it had to be true.
I like Emily.
I do too.
I do too. I like whatever's wrong with her. I'm really into
That
it.
takes the laugh.
All right, 3-1. It's back to Kenzie.
Kenzie, Will Smith slapped Chris Rock after Rock compared Jada Pinkett Smith to whom in a joke?
Well, G.I. Jane.
G.I. Jane
Okay,
is
yeah.
right. Kenzie's got 4.
I wasn't sure if I had to name the actress also who played G.I. Jane. Got it.
Demi Moore, great movie, by the way. Let's see.
What do you have a story about when you saw it? Good Lord.
When I saw that movie, I thought about signing up to try to be a Navy SEAL. Let me tell you.
Okay, thank you so much.
Instead, I ate some potato chips
That's
and
right.
I did that.
4-1. It's back to Emily.
Emily,
Oh, boy.
Emily, the 1980 matchup between the United States and USSR hockey teams has since been dubbed what in 1980?
I was like, man, if they ask me a sports question,
Oh, boy.
we're going down.
Kind of a legendary thing. The 80 matchup between the U.S. and USSR hockey teams.
Well, okay, I'm from the South. We don't see ice like ever, so there's that. I'm just gonna say it was called Super Fun Time with Friends.
That's exactly right. Sorry, it's not.
Yay!
Now, Kenzie, this is for the win. So that matchup, that hockey matchup in 80 between the USA and USSR, legendary.
I've seen one hockey movie and one hockey movie only. So is this Miracle on Ice?
Miracle on Ice. The movie was called Miracle. Yeah, great movie with Kurt Russell. I have no Kurt Russell
Literally
stories.
never heard of that before. I feel so good about myself right now. This is great.
You know what?
Please give her tickets.
Let's get. It's Monday. We just eased into the week. Let's give her the tickets. You're going to the Renaissance Fair because I think Kenzie just wants to hang out with you, and also while you're there, you can kick me in the head.
I'm fine with that. And hey, look, I have a D&D group, and we go every year, so I can disperse it amongst them as well. So they'll say thanks.
I love it.
This is fun. But hockey besides, this was a great time.
All right, Emily. Hang on. Kate's going to get your information. And we'll have more Bristol Renaissance Fair tickets. Remember, 7:10 is when they get on the phones every day. Tomorrow morning at 7:10. Make sure you're here for it because it's one of our favorite things every year, the Bristol Renaissance Fair. It's Brian and Kenzie on Q101. We're going to pour one out for something that also relates to old school 90s style, even 2000s of your tech world. We talked about Apple a little bit, but this is something that's going away that is actually a good thing. It's Brian and Kenzie, Q101.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q101.
It's Brian and Kenzie on Q101. Time for the Sandler Scrambler. Let's go. Let's do this. It's Adam Sandler tickets at the United Center. So what we're going to do is play clips from 3 different Adam Sandler films. Your job is just to guess which movie clip each is from, one by one. If you get one wrong, we hang up on you. We're done. And we move on to the next person who still must get all 3 clips correctly in succession. So we'll replay the clips each one time if asked. And here we go. Case?
And just so everybody knows, because this is a little bit different than a song scramble, what we're doing here, obviously nobody knows what clips we're about to play. The phone lines are full. We're going to go down one by one in the order they called in. We'll go from there, and we'll see if anybody can get these right.
So out of the gate, we have Andrew checking in. Andrew, ahoy.
Ahoy.
All right, so I guess you consider yourself a big Adam Sandler fan, so let's get into it. Here is clip number 1. Tell me what Adam Sandler movie this is from.
Just stay out of my way, or you'll pay. Listen to what I say.
How about I just go eat some hay? I can make things out of clay and lay by the bay. I just may. What do you say?
What Adam Sandler movie is that from?
Happy Gilmore.
Happy Gilmore. My 80-year-old mom loves Happy Gilmore.
Is that right?
That's the best. She just saw it for the first time a few months ago. Loves it.
Haven't seen it.
Yeah. So okay.
She could win these tickets.
She might be might have a voice disguise.
Yeah, Andrew, are you Brian's 80-year-old mother that really wants to go see Adam Sandler?
No.
All right, so you got one. Here we go. Here is clip number 2.
AG, this is no different than that. This is me. All right? I'm not a athlete. This is my way. This is how I win.
Okay. What Adam Sandler movie is that?
Uncut Gems.
Uncut Gems is right. Me and Kenzie were just talking about that during the song. That was a tough watch.
It felt a little sick after a while. It wasn't like, let's go to bed now. Like, we need to watch like an episode of Friends or something. I'm really sad.
It nails it so much. I felt so bad afterward. I didn't know how to cleanse myself. I mean, it's a great movie. It's very well done. It just is like, whoa, a little bit much.
You sit there quiet with your partner. You're like,
Yeah.
all right.
Want some nachos or something?
Go do something.
Okay, so you got 2, buddy. Here you go. If you get this one, you are going to see Adam Sandler at the United Center Monday, October 20th. Very rare, very unique. Adam Sandler, one of the funniest dudes out there. Tell me what Adam Sandler movie this is.
Wouldn't it be nice if we were older and we wouldn't have to wait so long? You know it's gonna make it that much better, but we can say goodnight and stay together. Why would you do this to me? You sick bastard!
Oh, man. So if you get that, you got the tickets. What Adam Sandler movie is that from?
Oh, man. Is that The Wedding Singer?
Oh!
Oh!
Oh, no!
Oh, no.
Oh, no! no.
I feel horrible.
I feel like I just watched
Done
Uncut
this a
Gems.
different way. I don't like this at all. We're not going to do this again. I don't like it.
No.
Sorry to let
No.
you all down.
Oh, boy. I'm so sorry.
Oh, that is a tough one. Now, we're going to go in order, which is Kyle in Desplaines. He's going to be next. He's going to have to answer all three of them again. Kyle in Desplaines is next on the phone. Brian, you
But
got that?
I even hung up on Andrew yet. I can't. I feel like an
We gotta
Uncut
hang
Gem
up on Andrew.
situation.
We got to hang up on Andrew.
All right. So we're
This
going.
just doesn't seem right.
We're going to Kyle in Desplaines. He is going to be next for these Adam Sandler tickets. We're going to go through the same thing we just went through. We're going to see if he can get all three of these right.
And Kyle's on 6.
He is. He is.
Okay,
We're going
Kyle.
in order there. That's the way they cycled in and out. Yeah.
Okay, Kyle. Here we go. Are you ready?
Yep.
Okay, we'll do it. We'll do it again. We'll play the clips again. So here is movie number 1. You get it?
Or you'll pay. Listen to what I say.
How about I just go eat some hay? I can make things out of clay and lay by the bay. I just may. What do you say?
All right. What movie was that?
Happy Gilmore.
Happy Gilmore. My mom laughed her ass off at that scene too. I was like, that's great.
We're not going to do the whole thing again, Brian.
All right. Clip number 2. Adam
Hey,
Sandler.
G, this is no different than that. This is me. All right? I'm not a athlete. This is my way. This is how I win.
All right. What movie's that?
Uncut Gems.
All right. Listen carefully. Those were the 2 that our other guy already got. But now this is the one he didn't get. Here you go. Movie number 3. What Adam Sandler movie is this for the tickets?
That was Andrew who just got it wrong. That was him singing that song.
So for the tickets, what movie is that?
That is 51st Dates.
That is 51st Dates. There you go.
Yes. Oh, man.
Thank God. I can't do this again, you guys.
No, we'd have to pull the contest if it happened again. There you go. You are going to see Adam Sandler, You're My Best Friend Tour, United Center, Monday, October 20th. It is going to be an epic time. We'll have Adam in when it gets closer to that show.
That's awesome.
Furnished by our great friends.
My
Live
hands are
Nation.
shaking. That's awesome.
Oh, good. That's good. We want you just not as long as you're driving. Don't shake yourself off the road. From our great friends Live Nation.
Thank you guys so much. That's awesome.
And from Brian and Kenzie, Q101. Thanks, buddy. Now, tomorrow, we'll do this again. We'll try to get it closer to 8 o'clock for these tickets. We were just talking too much about our weekend, but that'll be coming up tomorrow. Adam Sandler tickets, 8 o'clock.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q101.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q101.
You can start getting your takeaways in 312-591-8300. Something that you're taking away from today's show, something that stays in your brain. Hit us up 312-591-8300 with your takeaway. Now some local news in your backyard. I said that something is going up in price today. You have to buy it today because tomorrow it's more expensive, and that is gas in Illinois. The Illinois motorists will notice this change because a law passed in 2019. The state's gasoline tax rises each year based on the Consumer Price Index, a measure of inflation's impact on the price of goods in the entire U.S. economy, and we get screwed by this. So, the motor vehicles tomorrow, the tax is increasing to 48.3 cents per gallon. That's an increase of 2.77 over the last year. So that's how much more gas is going to be. It's 2.7% more. It's not 48 cents more per gallon, but that's what the tax is increasing to, 48 cents a gallon. So it's going to be more expensive tomorrow, July 1st, where the fiscal year of Illinois starts. So fill up the tank today and do it if you can. Illinois. That's right. Kenzie has the longest drive by far of all of us. If you want to start a GoFundMe for Kenzie's gas tank in her Jeep, that'd be great.
That's what our big fundraiser is going to be this year.
It's God bless
for
Kenzie's
me.
gas tank.
It's for me.
It's true.
It's true.
The average price of regular gas in Illinois this week is $3.47.5 per gallon. That's according to AAA. And we have some of the highest gas in the country. I don't know why. I don't know why Illinois in the middle of the country has this. I don't understand why we have the most expensive gas. It's never been properly explained. Because everybody says the gas tax goes to infrastructure. And there's a law
What
saying
does that mean? Like more buildings? I feel like we have a ton.
no, the roads you're driving on.
Oh. We have a bunch of those too.
So they're
I feel
fixing
like we have plenty of roads.
plenty of roads. They're just fixing the old ones that keep crumbling and falling apart. Like this morning, there was a whole piece of concrete that fell on, I think it was 55 where that happened to, and people got
It
flat
fell on
tires.
somebody?
It fell on the road and then caused people, it crumbled from the side of the bridge, and then people rolled over and got flat tires. But every state has these same problems. I don't understand why ours is the highest. That's what I don't understand. I get it. It's going to fix that. There's a law saying it can only go to fix those things. I'm not buying that in Illinois. That's where that's all going just to that.
Of course not, because nothing's fixed.
Nope. I see when this tax increases tomorrow, a long line somewhere at a remote, like a burned out gas station that used to sell bootleg movies and VCS tapes.
Okay, so you're describing a Thornton's. Got it. Go ahead.
No, Thornton's were operating fully, but a burned out one.
Okay.
And a bunch of guys in suits, aldermen, politicians, going there to get their envelope of cash from my tax money for the gas. That's how I see it. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know.
Maybe.
I don't know. I just see like every time my taxes go up, I'm like, I'm gonna see the mayor at the Cowboy Carter tour with an awesome outfit on.
Yeah. Remember when we went to London for the Bears game and the mayor of
was
Chicago
there.
was in first class on that?
He had like this beautiful cot, and then he was also just sweet at the game. So
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, there it is. There's my gas tax.
Well, me and Kenzie walked back to coach. He was in first
Boy,
class.
was it a long walk to the back of the plane.
Big plane.
Oh.
Big plane to the back.
Because there's like a middle section, and they're
Yup.
like, no. I'm like, okay, I'll keep going. I'll
Yup.
keep going.
And then me and Kenzie sat down and they go, no, further.
Yeah. no.
Keep going.
I thought they were going to make us get off the back.
Yeah.
I thought they were just getting off.
Yeah.
That was a move. The plane was a moving walkway. You
Yeah, I
were
was like,
just
oh, okay.
shuffling
Is it-
along.
While we were
You
walking,
go to cargo, bitch. I was like, okay.
we're walking off the plane and we're seeing the champagne being poured in first class to the mayor of
It was
Chicago.
unbelievable.
Excuse me. So there you go. Get some gas today for sure to save that new increase. Chicago, as far as traveling not by car but by plane, O'Hare lost its title to being the busiest airport in the world years ago, or at least in America, to Atlanta. But now it's about to retake it. So O'Hare has definitely had 1,479 more takeoff and landings than Atlanta recently, 2,400 flights in a single day every day. I don't really want that title. I like titles, but I don't want that one.
That one sucks.
Yeah, it sucks. I don't. It
And
really
we have
does.
two bad titles. Busiest airport and most expensive gas.
Yeah, there we go. We're starting off really out of the gate
This
great.
is a bummer.
Can't we get like, I don't know, a Super Bowl title? That'd be fun.
Or like easiest airport to navigate.
Yeah.
Least lines, less traffic. I don't know.
Most expensive gas, busiest airport.
Oh.
I don't know. I read all these Facebook comments from people that are all about like, the city's a ghost town. No one's going down there anymore. And I have never seen more people in my entire life than the people I've seen in the city this summer. And O'Hare is adjacent to that. You know, we're part of it.
Yeah.
There's so many people here.
There's too many people.
Oh,
If
hey,
you might make-
I'm not
Say
saying
what?
that.
I'm sitting in traffic and I go, I don't know. Maybe the COVID numbers were wrong. It seems like there's a lot of survivors. Is all I'm saying.
For those of you
Quite a few survivors.
For those of you that don't come in the city and read those comments, they are wrong.
Yeah, no,
They're wrong.
Michigan Avenue, busy.
There were 1 million people down here alone just for the Pride Parade alone.
There was the stat that came out last week that said the Sunday after Juneteenth, so that would have been the June 22nd, was the busiest day in O'Hare history?
Yeah, and I don't understand why.
What? Is that a travel day now?
What was that Sunday? I
Are
don't
we
get
doing
it.
Juneteenth trips that I don't know about? I
Well,
want to go somewhere.
It was a
Well,
Thursday.
It was a long weekend.
Oh, yeah.
No, but it was a Thursday.
Mm-hmm.
So then people went back to work Friday unless you just took it off.
I
and-
guess.
I don't know.
It's crazy. There's so many people.
So many people are living this great life.
It seems awesome.
All right, here's better news. It relates to COVID a little bit. So Rosebud on Rush, great restaurant, one of your favorites, Case, I believe.
Yeah, I used to have a lot of good memories there.
Oh, jeez. Can I bring up anything from the past now? Used to have memories there with his girlfriend.
All right, go ahead.
So Rosebud on Taylor, the original location, is reopening. And you don't hear about that very often. Usually when a restaurant closes, it's gone. But Rosebud on Taylor reopening in Little Italy. Like Frank Sinatra used to go there, Robert De Niro, Oprah. And I got to say, I went there once a long time ago. I think I had the best steak I ever had in my life, even though it's an Italian restaurant. I had the best steak ever at
They
that
eat
place.
steak. It's okay.
Yeah, but when you go to Gibson's and you try Gina Giorgetti's, like the true amazing steakhouses of Chicago, and I didn't expect to get that in just an Italian restaurant.
The Italians know what they're doing with steak. Leave them alone.
Oh, it's all in the garlic and cutting the onions and seasoning.
It was good stuff. Good
stuff. Also, one more thing before we get out of here. We didn't mention this last week, and I'm surprised with Kenzie's and my actually fantasy of horror. The universal horror.
What?
The fantasy of horror movies, not horrors.
Horror
movies.
Horror.
Yeah, horror movies.
Oh, this is the fantasy of horror. I'm like, what are we talking about?
Horror movies. Universal Horror Unleashed is announced it's going to be built right where the Chicago casino is being built. The 114,000 square foot Tribune Distribution Center at 700 West Chicago Avenue. So it's right across from Bally's Casino. 114,000 square feet. They say this. It's going to be terrifying mazes, unforgettable scares, themed bars, and unique food and beverage offerings, and a retail space offering exclusive merchandise for horror movie fans. I can't wait.
When is it open?
2027.
Buckle up.
Damn it. I thought you were going to say like September. I'm sorry.
Just
that really threw me.
To backpedal a minute, when we announced the Bears are going to most likely build that new stadium in Arlington Heights, Kenzie thought it would be done in a couple months. And I said,
I thought it was for the new season.
Yeah. Now, this is quite smaller than a stadium.
Right.
Still going to take a little bit of time. So
that's a bummer.
I guess I should have waited until 2027 to announce
talk
it.
about
It opens tomorrow.
I really was like October 1st. I was okay, sorry.
No, it won't be open this year.
Got it.
Keep your takeaways coming. 312-591-8300. It's Brian and Kenzie on Q101.
Brian and Kenzie in the morning. And Chicago's alternative all day.
Q101.